Welcome to Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissy Sperduto, the podcast that's like having a personal action-taking coach in your pocket, giving you bite-sized tips and small mindset shifts every week. I'm your host, Chrissy Sperduto. I'm a network marketer turned action-taking coach for business owners who grew her businesses while holding down a successful career in aviation. I'm on a mission to help you fit your business into your everyday life because I believe you are capable of doing some pretty amazing things no matter how chaotic your life is. Consider me your no-nonsense business BFF, helping you learn how to get it all done quicker, easier, and with way less mental drama. Join me here on the podcast each week where we'll chat everything from systems to help you fit your business into real life, to business tips, plus time management hacks, mindset shifts to help you find the courage to take that next step in your business, and real life experts to inspire and empower you to go after your goals. Let's go, CEO. We have work to do. Grab your favorite cup of coffee or wine, no judgment here, and get ready to ditch those inner mean girl thoughts ringing in the back of your head so you can embrace your inner badass and go do the dang thing. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to the podcast. I have a little bit of a spicy truth bomb for you today, okay? Are you ready for this? Are you sitting down? I don't think you're ready for this, but here we go. You can have the best marketing plan, a killer offer, a business coach that's given you all the strategies, but if your brain is whispering, what if no one buys? Every time you go to post, then guess what? You're not going to take action, you're going to second guess everything, and you will stay stuck in planning mode instead of money-making mode. And I know this because I've been there. Almost every lesson I give you on the podcast is because I've been there. I've been sitting in this, and I've had to coach myself through the hard, okay? I used to think that if I found the right strategy, if I learned one more thing, then I'd finally be able to take action in my business. But I had to learn the hard way that strategy is useless if you don't believe in it enough to actually implement it. And so that's why today we are going to dive deep into the real reason you feel stuck in your business. And spoiler alert, it's not because you need a new strategy. It's because your mindset is keeping you from trusting the strategy that you already have. So we're going to cover 3 things today: how your thoughts create results in your business, the most common mindset traps keeping you stuck, and how to shift your thinking so you can finally take action. Let's dive right into it, okay? So, why your mindset matters more than your strategy. You may or may not have ever heard this before, and if you have heard it before, you're in for a refresh, which I know we always need sometimes. Your thoughts, the things rattling around in your head, the stories in your head, create your results. So every single result that you have or don't have in your business comes from the way that you think about yourself and your business. So let me explain a little bit more about how this works. Your thoughts, the stories in your head, create your feelings or an emotional reaction in your body. Your feelings, how you feel about something, if you feel worried, stressed, motivated, if you feel neutral, that's still a feeling, I feel neutral. Your feelings drive your actions. And that is what you do or what you don't do, okay? And then your actions ultimately create your results. So let's take an example. Imagine there are 2 business owners, okay? Let's call them Sarah and Jessica. And both of them have the same exact marketing strategy. They have the same number of posts, they have the same type of content, the same sales plan, they have the same business coach that are giving them the same exact script, right? But Sarah thinks, people love what I have to offer. My audience is growing every day, and they want to buy from me. She feels confident. She posts with excitement and conviction. Her posts are not wishy-washy. They are like, dude, come and buy what I have to offer. And her audience engages with her, they trust her, and they buy from her because her attitude, her confidence is electric. People want to be in that electric energy, right? Jessica, on the other hand, now same marketing strategy, same script that their business coach gave both of them. And Jessica thinks, what if no one buys? What if people think I'm annoying? So she feels doubtful, maybe a little anxious. She hesitates to post. She second guesses her messaging, and she waters down her offers. Maybe she offers discounts. She sometimes skips posting, and her audience doesn't feel confident in buying from her. We have all watched those stories where we're like, I think that's what I need. But, like, I don't know that that's the person that I need it from, right? Jessica, like, is showing up kind of weird. And sorry if your name is Jessica or Sarah, but Jessica shows up kind of weird, and we're like, we don't know what to do with this energy. But Sarah shows up hyped and ready to help people. People want to buy from Sarah because she's ready to help them. She's eager, willing, and ready to do the work alongside them. And everyone is like, Jessica's sharing something really interesting, but I'm not quite sure it's for me. Okay. Do you see how having the same strategy can lead to completely different results just based on the thoughts that they're thinking? Because their thoughts inform their feelings inform their actions, and their actions create or don't create the results that they want. This is not the strategy here, my friend. This is mindset. And this is where I see so many business owners getting stuck. They're searching for one more strategy, one more perfect plan, when all they really need to do is get their mind to catch up with the strategy that they already have. So, you're like, okay, great, that sounds awesome, Chrissy, but how do I get my brain on board with this awesome strategy I've crafted or paid for or whatever? Let's go through a few of the biggest mindset traps that I see happening amongst business owners. The first one is, and this one is probably the most common, what if no one buys? This thought makes you hesitant, you post kind of with nervous energy, and it shows. Maybe you soften your offers. You don't you offer discounts, or you offer a free call with if you buy. You don't show up consistently because you're like, why show up today if no one's gonna buy? And then your audience senses the lack of confidence. Maybe you lower the price, and it makes people question what is happening. I want you to try this thought on. Instead of what if no one buys, ask yourself, what if this is exactly what someone has been waiting for and they need me to share it today? The second thought I want you to think about reframing is I need to be 100% sure this will work before I try. This one keeps us in planning mode forever. I'm sorry, but sales are not made in the planning mode. If you are spending months tweaking your content, redesigning your website, rewriting your offer, but never actually launching it and talking about it and marketing it, it'll never make money or help people. So you have to launch it. You have to market it. Let's not let it sit in the draft phase forever, okay, my friend? I want you to try this new thought on. Instead of, I need to be 100% sure this will work before I try it, try this thought on. The only way I know if this works is if I test it. Novel concept, right? You don't need to be overly positive about it, but you need to tell yourself, hey, I'm only going to know if this works, if this is something that people want, if I freaking test it. If I put it out in the world, beta test it, limit the spots, say, hey, this is my test cycle, and you get a discount for being my, I want to call it test dummy, but I don't know if that's the right word. The last thing that I hear all the time is, well, someone else is already doing this. If you see someone else is selling something similar and immediately think, why would anyone buy it from me when they could buy it from them? Really? I don't know. This one kind of irks me because I'm like, I was in network marketing where there were 50,000 consultants all selling the same exact thing. And I would still run across people all day, every day that are like, I have no idea what Norwex is. Can you tell me more about it? Like, the market is not saturated, my friend, okay? I want you to try this thought on. Instead of somebody else is already doing this, try on someone else might be doing something similar, but someone needs to hear this from me with my perspective and my experience in order to have breakthroughs. Once you recognize that your brain is offering you some of these thoughts, you can start shifting them. Okay? But you have to be aware that they're happening. A lot of the times, these thoughts are unconscious and on repeat in our head, but we don't know that we're saying these things until we actually say them. And this is why it's so good to always be talking about your business, saying it out loud, especially to someone else if you can, because a lot of the times we have these unconscious thoughts and they don't come out until people ask you questions. If your best friend is like, well, why? If your business bestie is like, well, have you thought about this? Oh, no, I haven't because blah, 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 blah. And now all of a sudden you're spitting out this thing that's been sitting in your head. If any of these thoughts sound familiar, you are not alone, my friend. Awareness of these thoughts and the impact that it's causing is the first step. And once you can recognize these thoughts, you can start shifting them little by little. You don't need to do everything overnight. Let's talk a little bit about how you can shift your thoughts and start taking action, okay? Here's what I always tell my clients. First, notice the thought. Awareness is everything. Pay attention to the little voice in your head when you hesitate to post, when you hesitate to sell, when you hesitate to take action. What is it saying? Give it the airtime it deserves. And sometimes these thoughts just need space. They just need to get out of your head. They've been bouncing around in your head. Let them come out of your mouth and get out of your head. I don't know why that works, but it really does. I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but like, just say it out loud. This is why I love talking about my business to my friends, to my coach, to my business bestie, because sometimes just giving these thoughts the airtime it deserves, and once you say it out loud, you're like, oh, but that's not true at all. The second thing that you can do is reframe the thought. So instead of just outright believing the first thought that your brain offers, can you try on a different one, a similar one? Can you ask yourself, is this thought actually true? Is it a black and white thought? Or what else could possibly also be true? And this one I love the most. If your friend told you this thought, what would you say to your friend? Because a lot of times we have a lot of negative thoughts about ourselves, and we wouldn't let a friend talk to another friend like that. So why do we let ourselves talk to ourselves like that? Okay. And then my favorite one, you knew this was coming, is take action anyways. Okay. Sometimes we'll have crappy thoughts, but just taking the action despite the crappy thought helps us build confidence. The more that you take action, the more proof that you have that you are capable of taking the action, and action builds momentum. And my friend, your business will grow when you grow your capacity for feeling kind of these uncomfortable feelings and taking action anyways. But the first part of your growth, the first part of getting into action starts in your mind and believing that things are possible, shifting those thoughts that are keeping you stuck. Remember, a lot of the times you do not need a new strategy. You just need to believe in the strategy that you already have. So your challenge for this week is pick one thought from today's episode and start shifting it. Write it down, say it out loud, put it on a sticky note, whatever it takes to remind yourself to think differently. Okay, and if you are sitting here thinking, wow, I know my mindset is holding me back, but I don't know how to fix it, that is exactly what we do inside the Do the Dang Thing membership. We work on shifting these thoughts real time as they come up. I'm the person that can sit there and pull these thoughts that maybe you don't even know that you're having out of your head, and then we work on shifting these thoughts in real time as they come up in your business so you can actually show up, sell, and grow your business without second guessing yourself every single step of the way. And this is the kind of coaching that takes you from knowing what to do to actually doing it. So, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start seeing real progress in your business, join us inside the Do the Dang Thing membership. The link is in the show notes. And remember, you don't need more strategy. You just need to believe in the strategy that you already have. If this episode was helpful, do me a favor, screenshot it, share it on Instagram, and tag me at Chrissy Sperduto, because I love seeing your takeaways and I love cheering you on as you do the dang thing. So, until next time, keep on doing the dang thing. Bye. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissy Sperduto. If you know someone that could benefit from today's chat, please send this episode their way and be sure to leave a rating and a review so more business owners can find the podcast and be inspired to take action on their goals. Also, I love to see what you're doing while you listen. Share what you're up to while you listen to today's episode and tag me in your stories at Chrissy Sperduto for a shout out. If you'd like to explore more resources like my free monthly coaching call and learn how we can work together through one-on-one coaching or the Do the Dang Thing membership, head to www.chrissysperduto.com. Please always remember that you are not alone in this adventure. I am always rooting for you, bestie. Until next time, keep on doing the dang thing. Bye.